I will be speaking about SpaceX misbehavior as an example. So I'll be talking about shortly what is SpaceX, what kind of misbehavior conduct did they, show, some potential outcomes, and why did it occur. So SpaceX is an aeronautics company. It was founded by Elon Musk in 2012, and its headquarters is based in Hawthorne, California. They design and build reusable rockets and spacecraft. The difference between them and NASA is that they're a private company. They don't rely on any government funding or stuff like that. So the misbehavior example that I found was a very recent one. So a SpaceX employee filed a lawsuit against the company on Tuesday of this week for sexual harassment, gender bias retaliation, and discrimination. Michelle Dopak was a production coordinator for SpaceX, and she alleges in the lawsuit that her supervisor pressured her into a sexual relationship, which then resulted in a pregnancy. She also states that she was offered money to have an abortion in a quantity of $100,000. She claims that the company colluded against her and allowed her manager to take out $3.7 million in stock on his name so he could avoid paying child support. The suit also claims that the company leadership paid her less than her male counterpart coworkers in comparable jobs. She's also being pressured to quit by being given more work and also pressuring her early return to work after medical leave. So some potential outcomes, because it's very recent and there hasn't been much development. It just happened this week. If there's a settlement, Dopak could receive monetary reward for her damages. We could also see more victims speak out if there are any more that have experienced the same thing, piggyback off of this lawsuit. This also could encourage a better workplace culture among management or among the company in general if there is a negative one. Especially stuff like this that's really public and in the light. It's very discouraging for a company, for stockholders, for shareholders, for everyone across the board. Right now, there's no criminal charges or fines yet, and that will develop, as this case progresses. Some additional notes are that lawsuit has been filed recently. There is no clear outcome yet. SpaceX has also declined to comment on the public lawsuit. And she is still employed at SpaceX, but they're overworking her. They're making her work 12-hour days, 6 days a week, which violates her medical accommodation needs. So some reasons it could occur if we try to look at it, rationally. The main thing that comes to mind right away is the sin of lust. Whether it was he said, she said, or however it went down. We don't really know it. Only they know how it went down. But there obviously is some part of sin of lust in there. Whether they started, together or not. One of them wanted the other, and it eventually, built up to this. Some other reasons it couldn't occur, there might have not been a good moral work culture in place already, where behaviors like this are, deterred or are not promoted, or it'll just be a lot harder to pull off. And maybe we're trying to look at different perspectives all across, just to try to really find out why it could have happened. Maybe they fell in love at first. Maybe they met each other. They had a really good relationship, and maybe the relationship went bad. It went sour. They started accusing each other of things. They broke up, or we can't really be too sure of what happened with them in private. But maybe they had a good relationship at first, and it just didn't work out due to creative differences or whatever the case was. But from this, they should be able to learn from mistakes. Management as well as her, not getting involved with her supervisor, the company, looking for better leadership, looking for people that aren't going to get involved with their subordinates right away, or at least their direct subordinates, and looking to implement a work culture that will prevent this and attack it as soon as something like this occurs again. Thank you.